Friend, you ever notice how the world changes when you get older? The colors look softer, the mornings feel kinder, and people's faces, well, sometimes they seem harder to read than the instruction manual of a washing machine from the 1970s. And trust me, I've tried reading those things twice. Still don't know what gentle cycle really means. But today, I want to sit here with you. Yes, you, my dear younger friend of 60, and tell you something wild. Something you might not believe at first. Something I learned not when I was young and handsome, but when I was old and mostly handsome. At least that's what the mirror tells me on good days. You want to attract anyone? Anyone at all? A stubborn man? A distant woman? A friend who's drifting away? A partner who's forgetting your shine? Even a stranger who thinks they've got you all figured out? There are 5 words that can change everything. 5 words so simple they sound ridiculous. 5 words that lit up my life when everything around me went dim. 5 words that made people lean in closer, laugh louder, and trust deeper. But don't worry, friend. I'm not going to tease you with mystery for too long. I'm old. I don't have that level of patience. But before we get there, let me tell you how I stumbled upon this whole thing. It started on a Tuesday, and you know a story's real when it starts on a Tuesday, because nothing good ever happens on a Tuesday unless the universe is trying to prove a point. I was sitting in a little cafe. Not one of those new fancy ones where everyone's drinking liquid grass with oat foam. No, this was an old cafe, the kind where the chairs wobble, and the waitress has been there so long she probably saw the place get built. I was sipping my coffee, minding my own lonely business, when a little girl, maybe 7 years old, came up to me. She stared at me like she was inspecting a museum exhibit titled "Old Man Who Might Have Cookies in His Pocket." And then she said it. She said the first word. And friend, it changed everything. You know what she said? Hi. Just that. Just hi. A tiny, simple word that cracked open a whole memory chest inside me. People underestimate hi. They think it's just a greeting. But sometimes hi means I see you. Hi means I acknowledge your existence. Hi means you're not invisible, even if the world pretends you are. And for an old man, being seen is rarer than a cat that listens when you call its name. The little girl smiled, and for a moment, I felt like the world hadn't forgotten me. Like maybe, just maybe, I still had something to offer. Later, when I told this story to my late wife, God bless her, she just nodded and said, "Paul, the world doesn't need complicated theories. It needs simple humanity." And friend, that's where I'm going with all this. These 5 words, they're not magical spells. They're not poetic lines written by some fancy novelist with a scarf collection. They're simple. So simple you'll wonder why the whole world isn't using them to build bridges instead of walls. But we'll get to each one. Slowly, with stories, because at 80, storytelling is the only cardio I have the energy for. Let's move to the second word. You ready? Good. The second word is please. I know, sounds too basic, but let me tell you a secret. Manners are like diamonds. The older they get, the more valuable they become. Today, everybody's rushing, snapping, yelling, rolling their eyes like they're trying to see the inside of their brain. But please, oh friend, please softens people. It opens doors. It melts tension the way warm pancakes melt butter. Once, I asked a grumpy taxi driver to take me across town. He looked like he'd been chewing lemons all day, but I didn't bark instructions at him. I just smiled and said, "Could you take me to Oak Street, please?" He looked at me through the mirror, and his face changed, just a little, like he wasn't used to hearing that word anymore. By the time we reached the destination, he was telling me about his childhood dog, his ex-wife, and his passion for experimental accordion music. And friend, I didn't understand any of it, but I loved every second. People open up when kindness taps on their door. Now this leads me to the third word. Friend, this one is powerful, dangerous even. Use it wrong and you look like you're trying too hard. Use it right and people will cling to you like nostalgia to an old love letter. The third word is thank. Not thanks, not THX, not that cold corporate email kind of thank you, where you know the person is typing it with one eyebrow raised in a lukewarm attitude. No, I mean thank, spoken slowly, sincerely, like you're handing someone a piece of your heart wrapped in warmth. You ever thank someone so deeply they don't know what to do with themselves? Their face freezes, their eyes widen, their soul steps outside their body to peek at the situation. It's amazing. I once thanked a woman at the grocery store for helping me pick ripe tomatoes. Just tomatoes, nothing dramatic. But I looked her straight in the eye and said, "Thank you. You have no idea how much that helps me." She teared up. Imagine that. A thank you pulled tears out of a stranger. Why? Because the world doesn't give thank yous anymore. It gives transactions. And friend, you're not a transaction. You're a human being worth gratitude, worth appreciation, worth mirrors reflecting everything beautiful about you. Now, let's glide into the fourth word. This one's playful. This one's warm. This one makes people feel like they're not just part of your day, they're part of your moment. The fourth word is you. Not me, not I, not my, not anything self-centered. You. People love being the star in someone else's sentence. When you say you, you're pointing a little spotlight at them. You're saying they matter. You're acknowledging their presence, their effort, their contributions, even the small ones. And let me tell you, friend, at 60 or at 80, being told you matter hits different. It sinks deeper, like rain after a long drought. I've sat on many porches, spoken to many folks, young and old, and you know what I learned? The most magnetic people, the ones everyone wants to be around, are the ones who talk less about themselves and more about the person sitting across from them. You want to attract anyone, make them feel like the world shrinks into a cozy little room every time you say the word you. And now, the last word, the fifth one. And friend, this one changed my life the moment I understood it. But before I tell you, hold on, let me grab your attention properly, the way all these young YouTubers do. My dear friend, if you're still here with me, bless your heart, your patience, and your curiosity. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Not for me. I'm 80. I don't need fame. Fame needs me. But do it for yourself, so you never miss another story, another laugh, another piece of wisdom floating out of the dusty attic of my brain. All right, commercial break is over. Back to the fifth word. You ready? It's the strongest one of all. It's sorry. But not the fake sorry people throw around like confetti at a cheap parade. No, I mean the real sorry. The one that tastes like humility, courage, and honesty. The one that makes people breathe easier. The one that tells others you value peace more than pride. I once apologized to a man who shouted at me in a parking lot because he thought I stole his spot. Turns out he was wrong, but I still said, "Sorry you had a stressful morning." His face collapsed. His anger melted. He shook my hand. We ended up having coffee and talking about life for 2 hours. That's the power of sorry. It disarms even the fiercest storms. Friend, these 5 words, hi, please, thank, you, sorry, don't just attract people. They heal them. They soften them.
They bring them closer to you than gravity brings the earth to the sun. But more importantly, they remind you who you are. Not an old woman hiding behind age, not someone fading into the background, not someone invisible. You're someone who still shines, someone who still pulls hearts toward them, someone who still has the power to make souls bloom. And if nobody told you that recently, well, I just did.
Friend, let me lean back for a moment. My knees are older than my last 3 phone models combined, so forgive me if they crack like popcorn. But I'm not done, not even close, because those 5 words, they're not just tools, they're seeds. And you, my friend, you're a garden waiting to burst into color. You know what people misunderstand? Attraction isn't just romance. Attraction is connection. Attraction is the gravitational pull between humans who feel safe, seen, and appreciated. And at 60, you'd better believe you still have that magic. I've seen women your age walk into a room and turn heads faster than a surprise free coffee announcement. You think youth owns attraction? Youth doesn't even pay rent on it. Attraction lives wherever confidence sleeps, wherever kindness breathes, wherever sincerity shines. Let me break something to you gently. You can't demand attraction. You create it. You cultivate it. You radiate it. People don't follow beauty. People follow warmth. And warmth, my dear, is something you've got in buckets. Now, let's take each word deeper. Deeper than the wrinkles on my forehead. You didn't think I'd stop at definitions, did you? Oh no, we're going into the emotional basement where the real treasures are. Let's revisit high. High is the bridge builder, the wall breaker, the invitation. High says, I am willing to open the door. But when you say high, mean it. Don't say it like it's a task on your grocery list. Say it like you're giving someone a chance to step into a moment with you. Remember Henry, the widower who lived down the street? The guy who always looked like he was carrying the weight of the entire economy on his shoulders? One day, I saw him sitting alone on his porch. His eyes were tired, his hands restless. I wasn't planning to stay long. I was on my way to get bread. But I stopped. I looked him straight in the eyes and said softly, Hi, Henry. Friend, I swear something in his soul exhaled. That hi opened a conversation. That conversation opened his grief. And opening his grief opened his healing. One word can save someone. Then there's please. Please is humility wearing a smile. It's a hand extended gently forward, not a finger pointing downward. And the funny thing? The older you get, the stronger please becomes, because it shows people you're not jaded, you're not hardened, you haven't let life steal your softness. I use please the way some people use pepper. I sprinkle it everywhere. Doctors, cashiers, strangers, even ATMs. I once said, please work, to an ATM, and guess what? It didn't, but at least I tried. Now, thank. Oh, friend, thank is a hug disguised as a word. Do you know why people feel drawn to gratitude? Because when you thank someone, you give them a little proof that what they did mattered. And today, people feel more forgotten than ever. Everyone's scrolling, dreaming, chasing, comparing, pretending. Thank you is a lighthouse cutting through the fog. And every time you say it with sincerity, you become that lighthouse. Now, the 4th word, you. Friend, I want you to imagine something. Imagine a world where you walked through your whole day hearing I from everyone. You'd feel like you're listening to a choir made entirely of soloists. But someone who says you, that person stands out. You is intimacy. You is attention. You is care. And don't underestimate the power of calling someone by who they are either. You know how I greet you sometimes with, hey, you beautiful soul?
You smile every time. Don't deny it. I know you do. Now, the fifth word, sorry. We're going even deeper here. Sorry isn't weakness. Sorry is emotional intelligence wrapped in courage. Sorry is you saying, I value this connection more than my ego. Friend, you want to attract anyone? Friend, lover, neighbor, family? Be someone who apologizes with sincerity. Not with excuses, not with justifications, not with defensiveness, just sorry. People crave accountability. It's rarer than loyalty these days. Now, let me tell you a story I've never told anyone. Not my kids, not my late wife, not my doctor, not even the man who overhears everything I say at the barber shop. When I was 42, I was a mess, a hurricane in a sweater vest. I had opinions louder than my common sense. And one day, I snapped at a woman at work. She didn't deserve it. She was kind, patient, gentle, the kind of woman who said things like, "Would you like some tea?" like she was offering you a piece of heaven. She walked away quietly, hurt. I went home feeling like a sock full of shame. Couldn't sleep, couldn't think. The next morning, I marched up to her desk, nervous, sweaty, probably smelling of stress and regret, and I said, "I'm sorry. I was wrong. You didn't deserve that." She cried, not because of the hurt, but because of the healing. That apology created a friendship that lasted decades. That's the power of sorry. Now, friend, let's pull this all together. You want to attract anyone? You want people to lean toward you like flowers toward sunlight? Use these 5 words, not like spells, but like handshakes. Use them with warmth. Use them with realness. Use them like you mean them. Hi opens the door. Please keeps it polite. Thank builds the connection. You deepens the bond. Sorry protects the relationship. These 5 words have carried me through 80 years, through losses, through loves, through laughter, through chaos, through family drama that could win awards if anyone ever turned it into a movie. And now, they're yours. Use them, friend. Use them and watch the world soften around you. Watch people lean in. Watch strangers turn into allies. Watch conversations bloom. Watch your presence become a place where hearts feel safe. And when you forget them, which you will because you're human, come back to me. Come back to this story. Come back to these words. Come back to the garden of warmth you're planting every time you speak with intention. And before you go, if you haven't already, go ahead and like this video, leave a comment telling me which word hit you the hardest, and subscribe to this channel. Not because it helps the algorithm, though it does, but because it helps keep us connected, helps keep these little heart-to-heart moments alive, helps keep you and me in the same room, even when we're miles apart. Now, go on, friend. Shine with your 5 words. The world is waiting for you.